Chapter 12, 46, Spaceless Tunnel, Translator, Atlas Studios, Editor, Atlas Studios. Every moment in the starcloud storm was hard to endure. After a long time, a certain goo immortal in windsweeping building realized something, saying, "Everyone, for some time already there have been no stars crashing at us." As he said that, the tornado pillars surrounding windsweeping building vanished instantly. The immortals saw that in the calm dark night, far away, the star-cloud storm was moving away with imposing might. Windsweeping building was silent for a moment before exploding with cheers. "We made it!" So close, even with an immortal goo house defending us, being in immemorial black heaven still poses a danger of dying. Thanks to Lord Bi Chen Tian. Otherwise, we would have died in this star-cloud storm. The goo immortals talked with great joy. Bi Chen Tian had a hazy gaze, he thought. We were able to escape the star-cloud storm, all thanks to Zhao Yun's love, immortal goo. At the crucial moment, love goo emitted an aura that led Bi Chen Tian towards the correct direction. Bi Chen Tian controlled windsweeping building. He followed this direction and quickly escaped from the star-cloud storm. And within the star-cloud storm, star-path Dao marks were filling the area. With conflicting Dao marks, Bi Chen Tian's methods were very ineffective. Bi Chen Tian's expression was still gloomy. "We have already escaped danger, but Wei Lingyang does not have love goo. I wonder if they are still struggling inside the star-cloud storm." After losing contact with the other two immortal goo houses, Bi Chen Tian did not continue on his journey. He moved around the area, searching for them. Thankfully, half a day later, he successfully contacted Wei Lingyang. Wei Lingyang led Canary Pavilion and charged through the star-cloud storm with difficulty. They had left the star-cloud storm after Bi Chen Tian, but unfortunately, they were ambushed by a Sky Chief Beast group. After being informed of this, Bi Chen Tian manipulated windsweeping building, bringing the goo immortals with him to rescue them. After getting to the ambush site, the goo immortals saw Canary Pavilion and Edgelink Camp. They gasped loudly. These two immortal goo houses were surrounded by Sky Chief Beasts. Sky Chief Beasts lived in basically all of the immemorial 9 heavens. Each Sky Chief Beast was at least a mutated Beast King. They were on par with ordinary Beast Emperors. And the kings of each Sky Chief Beast group were desolate beast level. Beast Emperors among them were at least ancient desolate beasts. Within the Sky Chief Beast group, there were 100 ancient Sky Chiefs and over 1,000 desolate Beast Sky Chiefs. The remaining Sky Chief Beasts were overwhelming in number. They were uncountable. Edgelink Camp and Canary Pavilion were at the center, surrounded by countless Sky Chiefs. Even though they defended themselves, they were heavily damaged and were in great danger. Bi Chen Tian could not waste any more time. He charged ahead with windsweeping building. At this time, both sides could communicate again. Wei Lingyang immediately moved Edgelink Camp towards Canary Pavilion and Wei Lingyang, cooperating with them to break out of the encirclement. The Sky Chief Beast Group roared loudly. The sound waves were like a tsunami. It was shocking. Both sides engaged in fierce combat. Countless immortal killer moves were sent out like fireworks, displayed among the Sky Chief Beast Group. The Sky Chief Beast Group died in batches after batches, but they were quickly replaced with even more beasts. The Sky Chief Beast Group was too huge. It did not mind such losses. And those desolate beast Sky Chiefs and ancient Sky Chiefs could last much longer in battle. During this time, Edgelink Camp suddenly burst with strength. Silhouettes of sharp horns were formed, shooting out in all directions. This was an incredibly strong attack in which even desolate beast Sky Chiefs would be unable to withstand. Even ancient Sky Chiefs did not dare to take the attacks head-on. Windsweeping building created a jade wind pillar again, as Canary Pavilion emitted the cries of 1,000 birds. The 3 immortal goo houses worked together, opening a path within the Sky Chief Beast Group and meeting at the convergent point. Next, the 3 immortal goo houses turned around and fled. In a few minutes, they were free from the pursuit of the Sky Chief Beast Group. "The situation is horrible," Bi Chen Tian and Wei Lingyang communicated in a grim tone. "The 3 immortal goo houses are heavily damaged. Half of Canary Pavilion is completely unstable now. We need to rest and recover. Myriad Tidal Dragon is unconscious, and my immortal essence has already been depleted by more than half. Immortal essence affected the Gu Immortal's battle strength to a great extent. Bi Chen Qian used more than half of his immortal essence. So did Wei Ling Yang. Even though immortal Gu houses were powerful, they consumed a lot of immortal essence. This was why Fang Yuan had never planned to construct any immortal Gu houses. Even though he knew most of graceful, chaotic dual stages composition, of course he forgot a portion, and also the entirety of Sacred Feather City's structure. But he did not have Giant Sun's immortal essence anymore. With his own immortal essence, he could not sustain the use of an immortal Gu house. Immortal Gu houses used too much immortal essence. Only rank 8 Gu immortals could sustain the consumption alone. Rank 6 and 7 Gu immortals had to work together to display their might fully. Most importantly, the Central Continent Gu immortals still had half the journey left. It seems we can only use Spaceless Tunnel now, Wei Ling Yang said grimly. Bi Chen Tian was stunned before nodding, agreeing. That is the only way to cross half of the distance and reach our destination. The two rank 8 Gu immortals were determined figures. The greater the setbacks, the greater their fighting spirit. They had never thought of retreating. And their encounters might not have been expected, but Heavenly Court's wisdom path Gu Immortal Fairy Ziwei had already prepared other plans for them in advance. Spaceless Tunnel was one of them, Luck Suppression Heavenly Palace. Through this rank 8 Immortal Gu House, the experiences of Central Continent's 3 Immortal Gu Houses could be seen by Yao Huang. Luck Suppression Heavenly Palace affects the luck of heaven and earth. All that happens within immemorial black heaven, the direction where the lightning storms go, cannot be affected by even heaven's will. But Luck Suppression Heavenly Palace can interfere with it. This is an invincible defense. With this palace, who can invade Northern Plains? Yao Huang was extremely excited. His tone was heated, and he had great admiration towards Giant Sun Immortal Venerable. Yao Huang looked at South Desolation Immortal, saying, Lord, I finally understand why you are so calm now. With Luck Suppression Heavenly Palace here, nobody can think of invading Northern Plains. South Desolation. Immortal laughed. Luck Suppression Heavenly Palace has been stationed here for 300,000 years. What does that mean? It has already deeply affected immemorial black heaven. Even immemorial white heaven has been influenced. This is the supreme power of heaven and earth luck. Yao Huang thought of Ma Hongyun, saying, Heaven and earth luck is so incredible, then all living beings' luck cannot be lacking in comparison. But now, fortune rivaling heaven Immortal Gu's user is in old ancestor Shuihu's hands. Yao Huang had no other options against old ancestor Shuihu, but South Desolation Immortal was different. Especially when Yao Huang saw the power of Luck Suppression Heavenly Palace and the sorry states of these 3 Central Continent Immortal Gu houses. Thus he was moved and wanted to incite South Desolation Immortal to deal with old ancestor Shuihu. But South Desolation. Immortal shook his head and smiled. Ma Hongyun has our Huangjin bloodline and is a descendant of ancestor Giant Sun. There is no problem with him getting fortune rivaling Heaven Gu. It will not be easy for old ancestor Shuihu to snatch it away. Yao Huang was worried. That old ancestor Shuihu has already been refining it for so long, with just fortune rivaling Heaven Immortal Gu's power. Can it really make the refinement fail? South Desolation. Immortal shook his head. Of course not. Even though fortune rivaling Heaven Immortal Gu has quasi-rank 9 power, it cannot resist the rank 8 Gu Immortal old ancestor Shuihu. Furthermore, he has the aid of Lady Wan Shou, one of the 4 great refinement path experts in Northern Plains. Do you think my longevity heaven has done nothing? We will not let fortune rivaling heaven end up in the hands of others. We made our arrangements long ago. If old ancestor Shuihu cannot find them, he will not succeed in this refinement. Yao Huang realized that longevity heaven had taken action long ago, but its method was too impressive. Everyone was deceived. Even Shuihu and Wan Shou could not notice. Amazing, truly amazing. Compared to longevity heaven, even old ancestor Shuihu was toyed in our palms. Yao Huang was truly impressed in his heart. His gaze towards South Desolation. Immortal changed again. He felt that South Desolation Immortal was unfathomable. He truly had the demeanor of a senior. But at the next moment, South Desolation Immortal's expression changed suddenly. South Desolation. Immortal was confused. He called out, "What happened? These Central Continent goo immortals vanished all of a sudden?"